All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? I'm gonna call this video the Cardi B rebrand. That's exactly what's happening to Kodak Black as we speak. Now, why Cardi B? So for those who don't remember, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, Cardi B's career, I mean, it really wasn't popping off musically. The love and hip hop thing was starting to happen. I don't know a lot about the love and hip hop scene, but I know she was gaining some popularity there and on Instagram with DJ Self and all that. So as Cardi's brand started to grow, she came with this record, Bodak Yellow. Now, to that point, she was on the shelves at Atlantic. She was not a priority. Bodak Yellow pops off. Now Cardi B becomes somebody that Atlantic's like, we should put some time, attention, and money to. They put the bag behind her. They like, okay, she's a superstar. The personality is connecting with the streets, the people, every which way. Now Atlantic Records is like, let's put the super duper bag behind her. Let's go grab our top dog, Bruno Mars. Now, Bruno Mars is by far the top money maker, or was the top money maker over at Atlantic for the last few years. They realized that Bruno Mars has this huge record, dripping in finesse. They're like, okay, Bruno wants to do a remix. Let's throw Cardi B on a remix of Bruno Mars's record. These are both our artists here, and we're gonna put her on this tour. Now, Cardi ended up having to back out of the tour because of her pregnancy, right? But the plan was to have Cardi B tied to Bruno Mars for the rebrand, and it worked. That Finesse record was one of the biggest records that Cardi B has and helped grow her celebrity as a pop star. Now let's fast forward all the way to Kodak Black. Atlantic Records is reportedly trying to do the same thing with the Finesse kid. All right, now we do obviously realize that Kodak Black was recently released from behind bars August 18th out of Broward County Jail after he served 7 months for multiple charges, including child neglect, grand theft of a firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and a marijuana possession. Now, we've heard since Kodak Black has been behind bars during this 7-month stint that he's changed a lot of his life around. He's changed his name, the government name, to Bill Capri. He's gotten his GED behind bars. Reportedly, he's just on a whole nother wave on some get money. I don't even want to party like that. I'm turning down bags to finish my project. I don't want no big celebrity parties when I come home. I just want to chill, be with my family, get to this money. Atlantic Records believes he's serious this time, and they're now pairing him up with Bruno Mars for a record. They booked a session for Kodak Black, made this play happen for Kodak Black and Bruno Mars, and reportedly the two have a record or two on the way. And I have not been told if the record's going to be on Kodak's next project or Bruno Mars's next project. Here's my guess. I'm just going to guess. It'll be on Bruno's next project. He's done a great job of always knowing when I need to grab somebody from the hip hop community, right? He's always kind of mastered that. I want to still be able to reach the black audience, so let me go grab a Gucci Man and throw him on a record. Let me go grab a Cardi B, throw on a record. And it looks like his team is telling him that, and Kodak's team is telling him, let's get with this this big pop star in Bruno. And now the two are in the studio collaborating on a track that we're probably gonna hear end of 2018, probably top of 2019, and it's a part of Atlantic's rebrand with Kodak Black. They already believe Kodak has the streets. Kodak Black does great online with his music. All his music is through the roof. He puts out a lot of free content that does great numbers on the web. Now they think it's time to sell this image to the people, similar to how they did Cardi B. But with Kodak, you're selling a guy who's been in a lot of trouble, has changed his ways, got the Bill Capri name. So when he's on like the talk shows, they can announce him as Bill Capri, aka Kodak Black. They're doing everything, and apparently this is part of a big plan that Atlantic Records has for this talented. I mean, Kodak's talented as hell, but they realize how popping this dude was online and how his music is connecting with the streets, and they're seeing some Cardi B like resemblance in him, and they're now trying to capitalize on it. And one way they're going to do it is by throwing Kodak Black on a record with their top dog, Bruno Mars. Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. I don't take it for granted. And I expect Cardi B and Kodak to do some records as well in the future, as she did pivot off a lot of that Bodak Yellow record, and that was originally a Kodak Black beat. So we'll see what happens going forward. Thank y'all for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Please, if you have not done so, please hit the subscribe button. If you already subscribed, hit the notification button. You get all this exclusive content first. I'm out. What up, Pharaohs? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way, you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere, and you guys can also send me some of your music as well, and you will get Mr. Taliaferro's first reaction to your record, for good or for bad, or an artist that we talk about on my platform's music, for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. Taliaferro TV. Again, that's Mr. Taliaferro TV, and you get more of yours truly.